88 won the Berg, your music central. It is your boy Shane Dog Peterson, and you are in the backyard burn. And you know who is always with me. He's never not with me. You know him. You love him. Mr. Noah Nett is here. Noah, we got a lot of fun stuff planned for today, and it is looking like a great day. How is it looking up in Lyman, Washington?
It's getting a little warmer, which is nice. But it's also very mean because it sunburns me. I do not
Fair.
do well in the sun, like, ever, unless it's like I've been in it a while. But my yard, I was mowing it yesterday, and it was just a pain. Like, I ended up mowing it for probably 2 hours. And it was because, like, we have, like, a rider, but, like, he kept getting jammed up because the grass was too long. And we couldn't help it because we have, like, a pretty good-sized yard. So, like, you can't really push mow it or anything. And so I went and just kept working at it all day long. And then I was like, I'm looking pretty red here. And I didn't put anything on it yesterday. I was like, maybe it's just going to be, like, where it looks kind of red burn. Nah, it was a real sunburn, but it's just on, like, my, I don't know, my wrist gauntlet area is basically the best way for me to describe it.
My wrist gauntlet area.
Yeah, you know, like where the archers have their little wrist things, you know.
That's the worst spot. That's worse because that's where your hand and your arm start to bend too. That must be irritating.
Yeah, it's just kind of like the whole little section of arm. It's fine though. It's not so much in the joints, more just on the arm part. So hanging in there, but it's still getting nice and sunny and being better days over here.
Well, Noah, with that little sunburn you do have on your face with the reflection from the window, none of you can see this, but Noah, you look glowing today. You look absolutely glowing.
Well, thanks, Shane. I mean, I'm not really using the old skin complexion stuff. It's just becoming all natural these days.
All natural. That's how you got to do it. So one thing that we wanted to start off the show with, yesterday we were supposed to see NASA and SpaceX do their first launch, and it got postponed until Saturday. This coming out of a tweet from NASA yesterday saying we are not going to launch today due to the weather conditions. The launch is scrubbing. Our next opportunity will be Saturday, May 30th at 3:22 p.m. Eastern Time, live on #LaunchAmerica. Coverage will begin at 11 a.m. Eastern Time. And I am absolutely excited for this collab between NASA and, our dude Elon Musk.
Yeah, it's pretty sweet. I think that the astronauts they got going on this, I mean, there's some seasoned veterans, so I'll say that. They've been doing all sorts of training. NASA, they got their people ready to go. But their suits are really cool looking. Like, they're not your typical astronaut suit. They're not really big and bulky. They're, like, more of a form-fitting, but not too form. They're like, it's kind of like normal clothes is how I'd describe it. Which, I don't know if that's better or worse if you're an astronaut. Because I could imagine in, like, the other spacesuits, you might have, like, I don't know, sort of like a pillow system or something going on there. But I don't really know how long it takes to get to a space station or whatnot. But that should be pretty cool. I'd be pretty interested to see that. I always, as a kid, I was like, I want to be an astronaut, but not so much anymore because that's a lot of time to get to places.
Yeah, one, it's a long time, and two, it's a lot of training and a lot, like, you have to be like a Rhodes Scholar. Like, you have to, like, when they pick people to be astronauts, you have to be like the top pilot out of Top Gun school. You have to have like a Harvard education. Like, you have to have like a really high, like, accolades of education and physical fitness and scholar to be an astronaut. And I'm pretty sure Central Washington, one of our alumni, was an astronaut. I see the sign. Her name is escaping me, but I mean, we've had astronauts come out of the great, Central Washington University, where it's the Harvard of the Pacific Northwest.
Well,
one may say.
Might as well be. I mean, you look at our little walk we got going on there, and all I see is talent.
Oh, for real. All we see is talent. So Elon's going to be doing Elon's stuff on Saturday. But the thing is that people are still getting weird into this whole space thing. Tom Cruise coming in and saying that he wants to make a movie in space. Noah, you know more about this.
Tom Cruise is my guy. First off, I don't. I mean, I don't care if he's wacky or whatnot. I'm not really sure if he is, but Tom Cruise makes a good movie, good high quality product. I actually watched Mission Impossible 1 for, believe it or not, the first time ever the other day, and that movie, the action does not really hold up, but it's still a really good movie. And anyways, so he wants to like shoot a movie in space. That is Tom Cruise's mission and goal, which I think is awesome because that would be like the ultimate do your own stunts movie by shooting a movie in space. And you can't really top that. And I think it's kind of one of those things where Mission Impossible or not Mission Impossible, Tom Cruise, I feel like he kind of just expects, like, he's going to go and do the most crazy and outrageous stunts until probably his own movies take his life. And I don't mean to be morbid, but that's, like, the best way to describe Tom Cruise, like, inspiration to just keep going with these crazy action scenes.
Yeah, I mean, he's got some amazing movies. I mean, Top Gun, Born on the 4th of July, all the Mission Impossibles. I mean, he's a brilliant mind, an amazing actor. Fun fact, do you know he's dyslexic?
No, I did not know that Tom Cruise
I've heard Tom Cruise has problems reading, like your boy over here. And growing up, my mom used to tell me, well, Shane, it's okay that you can't read that well because Tom Cruise can't either. He has people that helps him read his lines. And
guess what, everyone? This is the Scrambled Letter Gang. Let's go.
Whoop, whoop. Yeah, no, it's not fun, but we get through it. And I mean, I'm graduating with honors, which you might all get to see and hear today. But we've got some more stuff to get into today. We got a lot left in the hour. 88 won the Berg, your music central. You are still in the backyard burn. Shane Dog Peterson, Noah Annette, and we are still here giving you all the news that we can find that will fill your ears with something good. So this came out of TMZ. It looks like Anderson Silva has challenged Conor McGregor to a fight at the 176 weight, I believe. Yes, at 176, he's challenging Conor McGregor. That's a big weight for old Conor, so Conor will definitely be beefed up and strong. And Anderson Silva, being the Spider, is coming out of retirement. It's not a complete done deal yet, but it is in the works, according to Dana White, the president of the UFC. No, I know that you and I talk a little bit about the sports and the fighting quite a bit, but this one is an interesting matchup. The old dog, Anderson Silva, coming in and trying to take out the big star, Conor McGregor.
Yeah, let's hope. Like, hopefully he doesn't break his leg like he did last time, where it just bent around the dude. Like, I was just, ugh. Like, hopefully your legs are strong, Anderson Silva. But this whole fight sparked from Twitter beef. That's what's really just funny about this to me. So they made a top greatest fighters of all time, top 5. And so Anderson Silva is number 1, which isn't really a shock to anyone. He's been a champion forever. And so then Conor McGregor was like 2, which is fine. I mean, I think Khabib will pass them all. That's just me. I think he's so ridiculously good. He's just going to be in there longer and pass them all. But when it comes down to it, Conor McGregor goes, by the end of my career, I will be way, way higher than Anderson Silva. He thinks he's number 1 by far, which, okay, that's fine. Anderson Silva's going, prove it, boy. I want to fight you. And so that's what's going to happen here.
I love it.
I'm excited. I think Anderson Silva has this mentality where he's probably still been training this whole time and could take him down.
Well, it's not even that he's not going to be able to take him down. The thing is that Anderson Silva has the advantage. The dude's got such long arms and legs, and his kicks and the distance that he has is so powerful. Like you said, dude, who do you know that's a human that can kick somebody so hard that they break their own leg?
Yeah, I don't even know that that's possible. But he did.
Yeah, that's the ridiculous part. So this fight's going to be kind of an interesting one to be coming up. But a couple UFC fighters and a few guys were seen with some other celebrities at a wrestling match you were filling me in on.
Yeah, so anyways, Henry Cejudo just retired from the UFC, as we all know. And so right now, the All Elite Wrestling is trying to get former boxers and former MMA fighters to be a part of their show. It's like what the WWE did when they re-signed Brock Lesnar and got Ronda Rousey, and so they have former fighters. So anyways, Iron Mike Tyson is one of the main people on there. And so he had a posse because there's a group on there called the Inner Circle, right? And so it's Chris Jericho and a bunch of his goons basically. And then you got Mike Tyson with his posse that came out, and it was him and Henry Cejudo and Jordan Belfort that all came into the ring. And so then they had everyone in the company hold Chris Jericho and Mike Tyson back, and Mike Tyson pulled 5 people as he was charging back towards the ring. He was just so strong.
He's one of the scariest human beings ever.
Yeah, it was just awesome to see. So basically they're starting a feud there that's going to carry on and on and on. But Mike Tyson's been very involved recently. He actually just got an offer to bare knuckle box for $20 million, which is crazy. I couldn't even imagine bare knuckle boxing to begin with, but especially against Mike Tyson.
That would hurt. That getting punched by Mike Tyson with gloves on would hurt enough, but getting punched with bare knuckles with his big old thick fists. Yikes. Yeah, that's something that I would definitely do my best to avoid because that is gnarly. We'll definitely be staying as far away from that as possible. But I will be having my eyes as close to the screen as possible when all this stuff starts going down because I think Iron Mike, being the character that he is, he's going to probably have some hilarious wrestling moments.
Yeah, I'm gonna be honest. His half punch would knock me out. I just know how strong that dude is.
His 1-inch punch, if he did the little 1-inch punch that you see in Kill Bill, when she's breaking out of the coffin, the little finger punch. His little finger punch could probably break our teeth. So, I mean, praise to Iron Mike. Keep fighting, and God. I cannot wait for some of these fights and matches to come up because this is going to be some good stuff. 88 won the Berg, your music central. You are still in the backyard burn. Shane Dog Peterson, Noah Annette. And we've got a little bit of a little scandalous news coming out of the great state of Florida because you know that they always have the best news.
Dun, dun.
So the Florida Health Department fired an employee who was in charge of the state's COVID-19 response website. She has been lured to 3 past arrests and basically was fired from her job, not only at the Florida Health Department, but also previously a teaching job at Florida State University. And you may wonder why. Rebecca Jones, 30 years old, used to, be a data, scientist, working with the different types of diseases and working in, the healthcare industry and, teaching students, giving us her young minds until she decided to have relations with one of her students.
Rebecca Jones.
Yes.
You dirty dog.
Shame, Rebecca. What are you doing? And you know what? It gets even worse from there. She also decided to get back at the student in the school with some revenge pornography.
What?
Yeah. This person is, I don't know what's going through her head. A little bit nuts, but, I think, there's kind of lines that are put here in society for most of us, and she basically just crossed all of them.
Yeah, Rebecca Jones, you are just walking all over every single line that exists right now.
Yeah, she is basically going to have a really hard time, and it also looks like she's married and has a child as well. Rebecca has really landed herself quite in a lot of trouble, and also with some of the false data and some of the stuff that's been going on that's led to some false arrests in the state of Florida. It looks like she was also booked in jail as well. So Rebecca Jones, shout out to you. I do not know what you're thinking or what you're doing, but best of luck.
Step one, Rebecca Jones home wrecked her own family. Step two, why are you just like no? And then step three, like, you ruined your career. And then step four, you've become a menace to society. Like, that's just the best way to put this. Like, what were you thinking?
Yeah, she basically really just kind of basically made it for her impossible for herself to get a job anywhere, especially in the state of Florida. And if you can't get a job in the state of Florida, then I don't know what to tell you. I just feel sorry for you. That's some rough stuff.
Yeah, that's why, like, people make the memes about Florida man or Florida woman, and then they type in a date and something random happens. Always in Florida.
There's always something going down in Florida, and I've been there too many times, and I hope to never go there again. Nothing against you native Floridians, but we're out here in Ellensburg, Washington. Let's keep it cool up here.
Welcome back to the Backyard Burn. It's the 2020 commencement ceremony. I am your inaugural Backyard Burn commencement speaker, General Manager Jeff MacMillan. Today we get to celebrate our two graduates from the Backyard Burn here at 88 Won the Bird, Noah Annette and Shane Peterson. These two guys have put together a great show over the last 10 weeks and really created something that's, well, it's special to say the least.
Yep.
These two guys are going to have an opportunity to go out in the world and create great content. And both of them, while they were here, did a lot of amazing things. Shane has been here for, gosh, it seems like forever, Shane.
3 years.
With everything he's done. And Noah appeared out of nowhere last year and became such a workhorse over the last 12 to 14 months, really putting his hand in everything he could do and not wanting to miss an opportunity. The Backyard Burn boys then came together and created this, well, we can't call it a dumpster fire because that's somebody else's shtick. It is the burn pile of content that 88 Won the Bird needed in this COVID 2020 time. They figured out how to make a show happen from a million miles away from each other. One's in Sacramento, one is in Seattle, area, Washington, question mark.
Lyman, Washington.
Whatever.
Way north.
Anyway, and that's exactly what this show is. So first, I'd like to congratulate Noah Annette for everything he's done. In his time here at 88 Won the Bird, he's participated in news, sports, doing color commentary, and his attempt at play-by-play on Central Washington University men's basketball. He's put his hand into everything and every idea that's come up in front of him, not even as a broadcaster by nature. Ladies and gentlemen, this year's 2020 graduate, first up, Noah Annette.
Noah Annette, Bachelor's of Science in Business Administration with a specialization in leadership and management.
Yeah! Congrats, Noah.
Thanks. And then hopefully it's one of those things where it's like, cum laude.
I'm sure he graduated with something fancy. Who knows? Next up is a guy we know didn't graduate with a fancy title. It's always stressed out. It's a guy that has been around this station for quite a long time, coming in with his denim jackets, coming in, rushing from class to class at all times. Always this bit of anxiety about him. Shane really kind of came into his own as a trainer here at 88 Won the Bird. That's really where it kind of settled down for Shane. Shane had done multiple shows while he was here, but Shane really kind of thrived when it came to teaching other students how to create content off the cuff. And, maybe the technical things weren't the most amazing, but I'll tell you what, Shane, when it came to getting the best out of people, the kids who came through and learned under you were producing pretty hilarious content, or at least pretty solid content along the way. Shane moved into the music department this year, and amidst his senior year with a large load on his back, he helped continue what we have done here at 88.1 The Bird. Shane has produced multiple podcasts and national award nominees.
Yeah.
So when I think of Shane, I think of a guy that overcame a lot from his first day when he stepped in the door and climbed every hurdle that was placed in front of him. That's why it's easy to say thank you to Shane. Shane Peterson, ladies and gentlemen, 2020 graduate.
Shane Dog Peterson, Bachelor's of Science, Communication Studies.
I did it, Mom!
I'll say that when it comes to you guys, especially in the last 10 weeks, I mean, moving everyone off campus was obviously hard. Trying to figure out how we create content from this far away. And you guys ran with the opportunity. Shane's down in Sacramento and said, I want to produce content. This is an opportunity for me to make something special happen. I mean, in the last year, Shane, has got, what was it, about a year ago today, you got to interview one of your heroes?
I did get to have an interview to go work at the station that I grew up listening to my whole entire life. So I've also made some more contacts there. So hopefully this won't be one of the last times people will hear me on air, and hopefully it will be more in the California, Sacramento region where my radio dreams kind of started.
And that's what it's all about. It's all about opportunities. It's all about following what you want to do. 365 days ago, you interviewed, what was the gentleman's name?
Oh, I interviewed Hobo Johnson.
Hobo Johnson, yes. A young scamp who travels around with a stick on his shoulder and a bag, singing and performing pro bono, I'm sure, for every place that he beckons. But I can tell you, Shane was super excited, came from the same area, and that's what it's all about. It's all about creating content. It's all about giving yourself opportunities, and Shane took the best of it in the last year, and I think in the last 10 weeks, shown what he can do. I hope you guys continue burning it down. And I don't know if you guys have burning it up. No, I don't know. I don't know what the backyard burn shtick is, but I want to say thanks to both of you guys for all you've done.
Well, thank you, Jeff.
You guys.
I'm going to miss you too. Jeff, thank you for letting us do our own little graduation ceremony. Yeah, we got to take the tassel, flip it over. And Noah, looks like we graduated, son, here on 88.1 The Berg Music Central. Okay, that almost hit me back on the head on my desk. But
wait a minute, why did the hat go through all those people?
Yeah, I don't. It's witchcraft, Jeff. I tell you, people can't see it on air.
He's got a Harry Potter hat, don't you know? It just flies around. It's like the Sorting Hat.
Yeah, exactly. You got to watch more of these wizard movies, Jeff, to get it. All right, because I'm a wizard up here on this mic. At least I think I am. So, guys, thank you for coming to our graduation ceremony. Thank you for coming to another episode of the Backyard Burn. You can find all of our stuff at all of our social medias at 881 The Berg on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook. You could find us on YouTube. You could also find our boy Noah streaming it up on Twitch, and also you can find us in the App Store. Look up 881 The Berg, KCWU, and you can listen to us anywhere, anytime. And guys, we're sending off this graduation ceremony with the best way we know how. Here's congratulations, Post Malone, here on your Music Central.